Good morning. When we visited the city of Teresina, I told you that there was the Portuguese emperor Dom Pedro II that named the city after his wife, Teresa Cristina. He made it Teresina. This place where we are is a city called Mariana.
Yeah.
So there was another Portuguese king, Don Juan V, that named the city after his wife, Mariana. So, Mariana, how do you feel like being in a city called Mariana?
Nice city.
It's a Saturday, it's extremely noisy. Everybody has a big speaker going around. So let's go and visit Mariana. So the first place that you have to come to when you come to Mariana is this square, which is called Praça Minas Gerais. It has basically this monument in the middle. It has the sword on one hand and the balance on the other hand, which is for justice. And the location is very interesting because it's right in front of this building. This building, like the other main building in Ouro Preto and other colonial places we have visited in Brazil, it used to be the chamber or the city hall for the city or the municipality, let's say, on the second floor. First floor, as you can see, there are metal bars on the windows because it used to be a prison again. And that's why you also have this monument right in front. And on top there is a crown that it reminds me of the Portuguese crown at the time that they were ruling Brazil. So once again, like Ouro Preto, laws were made on the second floor and they were executed on the first floor. And on the other side, right in front of this building, you have this church that, as we talked about Aleijadinho in the past two videos, you know that he was a very famous architect and sculptor. He has worked on this church as well, as you can see on top of the entrance and on top of the main door, and it is called the Igreja or the Church of São Francisco de Assis, the same name again as the one in Ouro Preto, and even in Belo Horizonte we visited another church with the same name. And this one also has another name that it is mentioned several times in our previous videos. This one is the Church of Nossa Senhora do Carmo, and it is another church that is located in this square. So once again, just to make sure that the names I didn't butcher them, this building, it was called Casa de Câmara e Cadeia, which means jail and the chamber or the municipality of the city. This church is called São Francisco de Assis, and last but not least, the Church of Nossa Senhora do Carmo. This church, believe it or not, actually caught fire in 1999, but then it has been restored, as you will see inside. And this is how the church looks like inside. São Francisco de Assis, that again you can see typical work of Aleijadinho on both sides. The soapstone that he would always use for all of his sculptures. and at the end, the ornament that is huge. Since we have been showing a lot of churches to you guys, I'm really gonna try to just go very quickly inside the church and show you the design, because again here too there is like 2 or 3 churches that we're going to see. One more interesting fact about this church also, which is just like the other San Francisco de Assis that we saw in Oro Preto also, as you can see on the floor there are numbers. These are all graves, and I believe the more the families had contributed to the construction of the church, the closer they could have the grave to the ornament. Also, to come inside the church, there is an entrance fee of 5 reais. So that was inside the San Francisco de Assis. Now let's go to see the church of Nossa Senhora do Carmo. Second attempt. The first one, they don't take pics. That is the money transfer system that everybody has on their cell phone. So it's only cash, and it is 2 reais to enter the church. This is the one that had actually caught fire in 1999, and then after 1999 they actually restored the church. It was closed for a while and now it's reopened again. Compared to the other church, it is very, very simple. Like San Francisco de Assis, the ceiling also was painted. There was so much more details on both sides, but this church, no, it's very, very simple. Even the ornament it has much less details. Still beautiful, but not as detailed as the other one. So that's it for a quick stop at this church, and now let's go see the chamber or the municipality, and where it used to be a prison also on the first floor. Also, Brazil being Brazil, it's a Saturday. I think there is some religious ceremony happening also. It's very, very noisy. Sorry if there's a lot of background noise, cars and everything else. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but there is a stage actually there. This is an event organized by the city of Mariana. It's a big stage, music going on, singing, screaming, dancing. It's Brazil. Let's go see the prison. The sign outside actually has the English translation, and it's called House of the Municipal Assembly and Jail. So I think they did a better job than me, for sure. The windows, you can see the metal bars outside. And the glamorous part is upstairs for the lawmakers. Let's see inside. Oh yeah, this definitely looks like a door of a jail. And the lock, oh my god, so cute. And all solid metal. Believe it or not, it's actually used as an administrative building now for your Brazilian ID number and all of that. You have to still come here. They issue it for you. So the building is still used for some purposes. And this would be your view from the first floor prison. Obviously back then the prisoners didn't have the elevator. Some updates have been done to the building. Noted. Let's see. On this side too there is another gate. I think now it's used as a waiting area. And another one, and oh my god, just check out the thickness of the wall from there to here. They really wanted to make sure you cannot get out. From the color of the stone here, I really think it's the same stone that Aleijadinho was using for all of his sculptures, the soap stone or pedra sabão. Now we're gonna go to the second floor. Let's see. This looks like a platform that they would come and they would announce the news and the new law and other things to the people. And this is how it looks like inside. Wow. So this looks like they are actually using it even now, today. There are speakers. Beautiful table. It's a lot of nice woodwork. Really cool. Entrance, I just checked. Entrance is free and you don't need to pay for any entrance fee, and you can also film. So all good, you can come in, feel at home. Wow, look at the work. Some old furniture, very nice. It's worth for a quick visit. And then from the balcony, you can also have a very nice view of the square and the two churches on the side, and you also see all the mountains surrounding this city. Now let's go and check out a very, very nice and cute square that is supposed to be nearby. We are now in another square which is called Praça Gomes Freire. It's another one of the main squares of Mariana, where all around you can see very, very nice colonial style buildings. And it's a Saturday today, as I mentioned. A lot of families, people are here gathered. This is one of the main squares of the city. While we are here, I also wanted to talk to you about the city and give you some historic facts. Mariana was one of the most important cities in Brazil during the gold rush, during the period of the 18th century that mining for gold was very, very important. The city was the first city of the state of Minas Gerais and also the first capital of the state of Minas Gerais. And it was founded in 1696. Mariana, also like Ouro Preto, is surrounded by mountains, so it is inside a valley. And it's one of those cities that its colonial architecture is very well preserved. Unfortunately, in 2015, there was actually an accident with a dam that burst, and that caused a lot of destruction. But thankfully, the historic part of the city was not affected. However, a bit over 600 people lost their houses, and there were a lot of other people also that unfortunately lost their lives. Also, due to the fact that there is a lot of mining operations happening in this region, a lot of toxins were mixed with the flood and the mud and everything else that was washing everything away, and that caused a lot of people not to be able to come back after the accident. They could never come back again because everything was contaminated. Mariana has a population of around 61,000 people as of 2022. But they say because a lot of people come here to work and they are involved in the mining operations, there is like around 30,000 people that fluctuate in and out of the city all the time. So it's safer to say the population is between 30 to 60,000 people. So due to mining operations, obviously mining is one of the main economic contributors. Another one is tourism, because there is a lot of nice places to come and see, and a lot of colonial architecture, Baroque style churches, as we saw already and as we will see even more. So right after the square, Praça Gomes Freire, we were first over there. The churches are over there, and the Praça Minas Gerais is on top. Then we came here. We just had lunch. It was buffet style lunch. Nothing special to show you guys, that's why we didn't film, and it was very busy. Now, right by the square, you also have this little beautiful street. Again, cobblestone streets and the typical colonial style buildings. Here in Mariana, they are very well preserved. Now, we wanted to go and see another tourist attraction. That was the train station, but apparently nowadays it's not in use and it's closed. So we couldn't go there. Now we just decided to walk around the city and just to show you the streets and what else we can see. Let's see what comes up. A little bit further down the street where we were walking, you end up being at this square. It's called Praça da Sé, and right in front of it is this beautiful church. This one is the church of Nossa Senhora da Conceição. There is a cute little clock up there. I'm always amazed by clocks and watches, so I like that. And the square is really surrounded by, once again, all of these cute little buildings that are very well preserved. Also, if you have time, we have heard that in the city there is a lot of museums and expositions as well. If you have time while you're here, you can visit that. We are here only for half a day, unfortunately, so we won't be able to go and visit any of the museums. Right next to the Praça da Sé and the Igreja de Nossa Senhora da Conceição is the street called Rua Direita. Rua Direita is this gorgeous looking street. It is the second oldest street in the whole city and has some of the most well-preserved buildings in Mariana. As you can see, the whole street is just like really, really beautiful, colorful, and look at the balconies on all of these buildings. Really cute. We are now on our way to go visit the last church here in Mariana. It's called São Pedro dos Clérigos, and it is on top of the mountain. I'm actually happy that we did that after lunch, because it would have been hard. No? Okay. And it's good to come here because there's also a viewpoint from where you can see the whole city. Let me show you the church and the viewpoint. The queen staring at her city and her properties. That's the church. Today it's closed, but we really wanted to come and see it because it's different. The stone that is used has a different color. It has kind of like an orangish color outside, and even the design is a little bit mix of some like curved lines, so a little bit of round and mixed with straight lines. The construction started actually in the 18th century, and they only finished or completed the whole construction only in the 20th century. So it took 200 years to build. And right in front there is this viewpoint from where you can see the whole Mariana. Very nice. It's worth the 10-15 minutes of walking uphill. So this was our video from the beautiful city of Mariana. We hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for next to come up. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Ciao.